Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Radhe Radhe. Jai Shri Krishna. Welcome to my channel, The Legit Astrologer. My name is Rajat Kapoor. Today this video is about Mercury's direct motion in the sign of Cancer. Mercury, that has been going retrograde all the while, on 11th of August is turning direct, and over the course of next few days it will still be conjoined Surya, Sun, but there is a significant difference in terms of degree. Post 17th of August, Mercury will be alone in the sign of Cancer till 30th of August. This is the direct motion. But before I talk about how this transit is going to have an impact on all 12 ascendant signs or the moon signs, just to share with you that 16th of August at midnight we will be celebrating Krishna Janmashtami. This day has a huge significance from a Vedic astrological point of view. Krishna Janmashtami is celebrated during Bhadrapad Mas on the 8th day of the waning moon, that is Krishna Ashtami Tithi, which marks the day when Lord Krishna was born. Now this is an auspicious day in terms of destruction of illusion and restoration of dharma. It is also an auspicious day for any form of education, any form of knowledge. I would encourage everyone to read a chapter or two of Bhagavad Gita. Some interesting insights with regards to this particular Tithi. So Krishna Ashtami Tithi is ruled by Rahu, the north node of the moon. So therefore we could say that people born under this Tithi naturally have to experience some challenging circumstances at birth. Either the mother faces challenging circumstances or the child faces. Though Bhadrapad Mas has an exception. What happens is Krishna Ashtami Tithi, or the 8th day of the waning moon, moon starts to go weaken. It loses 50% of its strength. It is only this month where moon is placed in Taurus in Rohini Nakshatra on this Tithi, because this Nakshatra is the birth Nakshatra of Lord Krishna. Due to this exception, moon is in strength. Otherwise, this Tithi has certain karmic repercussions when it comes to birth circumstances. If we talk about planetary signification on this auspicious day of Krishna Janmashtami, Lord Krishna was the 8th avatar of Lord Vishnu and born on Krishna Ashtami Tithi. From a Vedic astrological point of view, he rules wisdom, protection, and also dharma. He is the one who restored dharma in the world, and may dharma continue to rise and shine over the next few years. May we get blessings in his guidance, in his teachings, and may he continue to protect us. Because when every time dharma is threatened, righteousness is threatened, we are overwhelmed with odds and our mind stops working, we must look up to Krishna, read Bhagavad Gita, or chant mantras related to Krishna. He has been associated with the Bija mantra of Kleem. So a very simple mantra, Om Kleem Krishnaya Namah or Om Kleem Gopichand Vallabhaya Swaha, is absolutely beneficial to strengthen your mind, to overcome time of oppression, and to instill, strengthen and sustain teachings of Lord Krishna in your life, where solutions will start appearing, where the karmic darkness will go away, and you will see a lot of light in your life. Now let's talk about how Mercury's direct transit in Cancer is going to have an impact on all 12 ascendant signs or the moon signs. At the physical level, you must read this from your ascendant sign. At the mental level, you can also read this from your moon sign. Aries ascendant signs or the Aries moon signs. So at the physical level, you will read this from your ascendant. At the mental emotional level, you can also read this from your moon sign. Mercury becomes your 3rd lord and the 6th lord, and now will be making a direct motion in the sign of Cancer in your 4th house. Though in Cancer, Mercury is in an inimical sign, but Mercury is your 3rd lord and the 6th lord. Most of the time during this transit, Mercury will be moving alone. It is in an inimical sign. Secondly, it is in 4th house. 4th house, Mercury goes Maran Karak, or it is a death-like signification. It somehow loses its significance. Moreover, it is in an uncomfortable position. Now, Mercury for you is not the most Karak Graha. It is not the most favorable planet. Therefore, I would consider certain good developments, very quick results that you can get with regards to matters related to your home, your assets, and your mental peace. This could potentially be a very good time for learning new skills and optimizing any home affairs that you have. From a remedial point of view, I will highly encourage you to bring some plants, some new green plants at your home. This could be indoors as well as outdoors. Get involved in certain intellectual discussions with your family, because Mercury is the one that rules intellect. He rules your effort, that is the third house, and your daily routine, things that you do on a day-to-day basis. There certainly could be some small misunderstanding with your mother or with people at your home. There could be some domestic issues, some property related issues which may become concerning for you over the course of next few weeks. See, when Mercury is alone, it does not have influence of other grahas. In order for Mercury to move effectively and well, it does need some good influence, which is missing during this time. So not the most ideal time for you to make some big decisions pertaining to your assets, pertaining to your home. If there were any disputes, now you are likely to get a solution, but this could take a significant amount of time because there could be some delay when it comes to such disputes. You must leave your ego aside. You must continue to worship Lord Vishnu. Use a simple mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Step out of your comfort zone and declutter your home from a remedial point of view. Taurus ascendant signs or the Taurus moon signs. So Mercury is going direct in the sign of Cancer after a significant amount of time that he's already spent. He went retrograde, has been conjoined with Sun, went under combustion as well, is in an inimical sign. So not the most ideal situation for Mercury. Things have been heating up from a communication point of view. Mercury is your second lord and the fifth lord. It is a favorable planet, a Karaka Graha, because it rules a lot of financial matters for Taurus ascendants. Being the second lord of your Dhan Bhav, your family, your accumulation of finances, and also the fifth lord of your future. Positional success is seen from this house, and its lord becomes one of the most auspicious planets in the chart. Mercury is been making a transit in your third house. Third house is the natural comfortable position for Mercury, being the ruler of Gemini. So this time period is excellent because Mercury for you rules creativity. This time is very good for creative writing, creative networking, creative communication, and any delays that have been there in your travel, now you will see some sort of movement. There will also be good communication in your love life. It is a very good time to strengthen your bond, your connect with your partner. Romantic relationships will be on a higher side. In case you've been looking forward to a new relationship, this time period could be favorable for you. You will get quick results. See, when Mercury makes a transit in the third house, it's a fast moving planet and it is making a direct motion. Any efforts that you put over the next 2 to 3 weeks, you're likely to get certain results. This Mercury is also aspecting your 9th house by the 7th aspect of desire. So fortune is a little bit favorable for you. But you must avoid over analyzing the situation, particularly when it comes to relationship matters, right? Stop being overcritical or over analytical. There could be some communication related issues with your sibling. So either they may reach out to you or you may reach out to them. Okay. What you would like to rather do is speak from your heart, because see, Cancer is a very compassionate sign. Mercury represents communication. So not only your head, but your heart will also play a very important role in significant decision making. This time period, you will have opportunities to earn wealth, but this will only happen by your own effort. So you need independent thinking, independent decision making, less influence of other people. And the only influence and support that you would need during this time is of your family, your children, and your creative communication. And I wish you the very best. Gemini ascendant signs or the Gemini moon signs, at the physical level, you will look at this from your ascendant sign. At the mental emotional level, you can also read this from your moon sign. So Mercury becomes the lord of the ascendant for you and also the lord of the 4th house. So regardless of your dasha antadasha, whenever Mercury is making a transit, it goes through retrogression that has happened in the sign of Cancer, it will have an impact on you. Now Mercury is moving direct between 11th of August till the end of August. Initially, first few days it will be conjoined Surya, then it will be moving alone. So there's a clear message for you since this transit is happening in your second house. When it comes to financial planning, when it comes to bringing a balance in your speech, balance in your communication, when it comes to improvement in understanding with your family, family affairs, family matters, this time period needs independent thinking, independent decision making, and a lot of clarity, because Mercury is free from influence. Mercury could get good influence if there are good grahas, favorable planets that are conjoined with Mercury. Mercury also gets very bad influence if it is under any malefic connection. During this time, it is not being aspected by any planet, it is not being conjoined. Besides first few days, even that few days, Surya is far away from Mercury. It is away from combustion. So this time period, though you will keep your emotions aside when it comes to decision making, you will be more practical, but you could be more impulsive as well with your finances. So stop making any impulsive decisions. Do not get into buying something which you may later regret. So any big purchases, even big investments, can be avoided during this time. Do not be sentimental with regards to your finances and also your families. This time period, you will bring in a sense of intelligence in your communication. You will speak very freely, very openly with your mind. Mercury is aspecting your 8th house. Any transformation that is coming, it is also positive for you. Your 2-8 axis is absolutely active. This is a Dhan Yoga in transit. By your own efforts, your mother could be supportive, your home matters could be supportive. Any decision pertaining to your real estate assets, you will have financial rise. If in case you've been looking forward to new projects, new development, financial increment, little bit rise in your wealth, this time period will be absolutely favorable for you. Trust your judgment, trust your instinct, and stay independent in your thinking and also in your decision making. Since this transit is happening in your 2nd house related to your speech, use the mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and he is the one who will guide you. Cancer ascendant signs or the Cancer moon signs. Mercury, the fastest graha, the Prince Buddha, now is making a direct motion in your ascendant. It has been going retrograde, bringing delays, communication issues, and little bit of confusion as well. But this time period would have been excellent for you to think through and reflect. Mercury for you is the 3rd lord and the 12th lord. It holds an inimical relationship with your Lagna lord moon. So it is not very comfortable in Cancer. Mercury has nothing to do with compassion, with care, because it is a bachelor graha. It likes to be free, it likes to be independent. It's your 3rd lord and the 12th lord. So two of the not so good houses it rules. It rules effort, valor, your change, communication, and also the 12th lord of losses, expenditure, your higher self consciousness. However, Mercury gains directional strength in the 1st house in Lagna. Though when it was retrograde, somehow it would probably not be giving its optimum result. And now you will get the result of being Digbali, which is gaining directional strength. Therefore, there are blessings of Shri Hari, Lord Vishnu. This will make you a lot more sharp in terms of your thought process, in terms of your thinking, very curious, because Mercury has a lot of curiosity. It is a childlike planet. It also represents management and intellect. Spiritual quotient will be very high because Mercury is also your 12th lord. Some foreign matters, foreign connections, foreign travel. If there was a delay, now things will start moving, and this time period is absolutely very beneficial for any kind of self-expression. But Mercury can also make you restless. It can also make you impulsive. It can also make you overcommitted. So you have to be very careful during this time. Do not end up overcommitting something that you cannot deliver, especially when it comes to relationship matter and your work related matters. Mercury represents change, it represents effort. So thankfully, any efforts that you put, you are likely to get certain results. He represents communication, and that is going to expand when it is making a transit in your ascendant. Make sure that you focus on one or two things at the same time, because you could be surrounded by multiple things, multiple priorities. So your efforts will be scattered. So make sure that you do not lose focus, because Mercury does not have influence of any other graha. This time period, the pace will increase for you over the next 2 to 3 weeks. You will feel impulsive. You would want to make quick decisions. So you must make the most of this opportunity by ensuring that you have some quick wins, whether it comes to work, whether it comes to relationship, and very quickly you will be able to influence people, very quickly you will be able to create an impression on other people. Continue to strengthen your Lagna Lord Moon. Use a Krishna mantra in order to strengthen Moon, or you could probably consume milk on a daily basis depending on the placement of Moon. That also gives it due strength, and I wish you the very best. Leo ascendant signs or the Leo moon signs. Mercury is now going direct and it will be alone most of the time. This is happening in your 12th house of losses, expenditure, your higher self-consciousness, your ability to help others, your ability to donate, and also the house that helps you become more self-aware. Mercury for Leo ascendants more or less is a neutral planet. It shares a friendly relationship with your Lagna Lord Sun, but it is not very comfortable in the sign of Cancer. That is given. Mercury is a bachelor graha. Cancer is a very compassionate sign. It is a sign of home. It is a sign of care. It doesn't feel at ease. It is that child who does not like to stay home. It is your second lord and the 11th lord based on the lordship. So it plays a very important role in on financial matters. Second house is Dhan Bhava. 11th house is Aya Bhava. We see your income and also how you accumulate your finances, your savings for this matter. This Mercury is making a transit in the Vyaya Bhava, in the expenditure. So of course, expenditure and your impulsive nature in terms of dealing with finances will be on a higher side. But when expenditure will increase, you must increase your income as well. So go for long-term gains or savings opportunity. Make sure that you save your finances. You keep yourself protected during this time. Any connections that you have with foreigners, foreign lands, or any travel, if that is on the cards, financially it could be rewarding for you. So make sure that you start putting certain efforts out there. There could be temporary delays or unnecessary paperwork when it comes to financial matters, tax related matters, and also where your family is involved, joint assets, joint properties. So this is where you have to be little bit cautious, especially where your friends are involved. Make sure that you take a very logical decision and not driven by impulsiveness. You think through and then decide when it comes to borrowing and lending of money where friends are involved. I would rather say that avoid lending money unless it is absolutely necessary, unless you have a very trustworthy person, because this time period momentarily you could be susceptible to certain monetary loss. Mercury represents cash and this transit is happening in your 12th house. Mercury is alone. Trust your judgment and take the due consultation of your family. Do not hide things from them. Do not keep things away from them. Mercury is going to increase your devotional quotient. So make sure that you get devoted to the Almighty. Your 12-6 axis is quite active because Mercury is aspecting your 6th house. So it wants to bring in a sense of communication, quick thinking, quick decision making in a fast-paced life as far as your daily routine is concerned. Practice yoga, practice sadhana, continue to strengthen your Lagna Lord Surya. Surya will also be entering your Lagna, your ascendant. Make sure that you worship Lord Shiva, take his blessings, and may you have a fruitful transit. Virgo ascendant signs or the Virgo moon signs. So what is happening? Mercury is going direct in the sign of Cancer till the end of August. And it has been going retrograde. It has been creating a lot of communication issues. It has been creating a lot of confusion as well in your life. Mercury is your first lord and the 10th lord. So whenever it goes through significant transits, long transits, slower pace and retrogression, it will have some or the other impact on you. He represents you, your decision making, your vitality, your health, and also your work, being the 10th lord. The actions in society, what you do as far as your profession is concerned, it could be business, it could be job as well. Mercury is making a nice transit in the 11th house in terms of the house placement, but it is not in the most comfortable sign. This Mercury goes direct. It will help you overcome delays of all kinds that are associated to yourself and your work. Excellent time to network with other people for your career gains, for your career growth, expand your social circle, expand your professional circle. This time period will be favorable for you to build your personal brand. You're also likely to meet some very intellectual people, not the people who probably hold authority, but some intelligent people that you could probably look forward to learning from them. For educational pursuits, those who are students, this could be a favorable time period. Mercury delivers very good results in the 11th house, and being your Lagna Lord and the 10th Lord, if you're expecting any increment, bonuses, incentive, this time period could be favorable for you the next 2 to 3 weeks depending on your ongoing dasha antardasha. One thing that you must avoid doing is to overanalyze other people, your friends, your colleague, and stop overanalyzing your decisions as well. See, sometimes impulsiveness could be good as well. If you make quick decisions, you can look at having quick wins. There could be certain delays in terms of results when it comes to where other people are involved. If you continue to involve yourself in discussions with other people, there will be delay in terms of your projects, in terms of the outcome. But if you trust your judgment, you trust your decisions, you can overcome these delays, because you will have some confusion or lack of clarity. For that, you are trying to seek other people's advice. Mercury is aspecting your 5th house. Use mantra based remedies during this time. A Vishnu mantra could be very good for you. Om Vishnave Namah or Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, for you to sail through this time and have some sort of career success. Libra ascendant signs or the Libra moon signs. Mercury is going direct in the sign of Cancer till the end of August, and thereafter it will move to Leo. Now this transit is happening in your 10th house. Mercury has had a longer transit in the 10th house. While it was going retrograde all the while, if you had certain delays, certain communication issues with regards to work, now is the time to overcome all those delays, all those issues related to travel, related to your expenditure, related to your workplace and your colleagues. Mercury is the 9th Lord and the 12th Lord in your case. It becomes your Bhagyesha, or the one who rules your fortune. Long distance journeys are also seen from the 9th house. Mercury is also the 12th Lord of your higher self consciousness, your losses, expenditure, and this house and the planet also helps you become more self-aware. Mercury is the primary significator of the 10th house because he is the one who represents learning. And in order to work, in order to do a job or business, first thing that we have to do is that we have to learn. So this is a good time period for career related goals, career related journeys, travel to foreign lands, travel to distant places, and connecting with your colleagues, establishing better relationship with your bosses, and a favorable circumstances for receiving recognition for your intellect at work, for your communication at work, for your decisions at work. So this is an absolutely favorable time. Next 2 to 3 weeks, there could be some significant work related development. You need independent thinking and independent decision making. You will be very less likely be influenced by other people, but you would like to trust your own judgment. Work may require some extra diplomacy because other people may try to influence you or push their decisions on you, and this is where you need to act a little smart. So one advice would be to take into account your bosses, your supervisors, take them into confidence. Rest all should be taken care of. Make sure that you be very direct, very precise, to the point in your communication when it comes to professional matters. Personal matters, yes, definitely you can show a sense of compassion, which would have been a little bit challenging all the while on the receiving end and also on the giving end as well, because this time period will make you firm minded. So you have to have a balanced mind and have a certain sense of compassion as well. Since Mercury is making a transit in the 10th house, if you worship Lord Vishnu, use the mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, you will have very good work related results. Mercury is aspecting your 4th house. As much as work will be demanding, you must spend some time at home. You must declutter your work space and your home as well. Bring some new plants. This will be very positive for you. Scorpio ascendant signs or the Scorpio moon signs. Mercury is going direct finally in the sign of Cancer, and very soon it will move in the sign of Leo as well. That is towards the end of August. But from now till 30th of August, Mercury is direct in Cancer. Most of the time it will be alone. So it does not have any influence, neither a good influence nor a bad influence. So it is good and not so good as well. Mercury is your 8th lord and the 11th lord. It is not the most ideal planet or the favorable planet for Scorpio ascendants because it rules your 8th house, the house of suddenness, life and death, longevity, deep transformation, sudden transformation. Your weaknesses or Nij dosha is seen from the 8th house. It is also the 11th lord of your income. It represents financial gains, material comfort. It also represents bigger enemies because 11th house is the 6th from the 6th house. This Mercury has been making a transit in your 9th house. It is a favorable transit for you from a placement point of view because Mercury, being a natural benefic or a naturally neutral graha, does well in the 9th house. Mercury represents Lord Vishnu. There will be huge interest in higher learning. Mercury is intellect, 9th house is the highest house of higher learning. You could also be interested in learning occult, astrology or similar subjects. You could also go for philosophical learning. There will be sudden gain of wisdom that you would like to gain, that you would like to have by the help of other people. Now, there could also be some delays when it comes to travel, or you have to be careful over the next few weeks if you're traveling. Take care of your belongings, take care of your documentation, your papers, because you have a sensitive time period of either losing out on some important papers or dealing with some complex paperwork issue. You will be detached from the daily routine, but if you spend enough time in educating yourself, in higher learning, Surya will also be making a transit in your 10th house. So both Bhagya and also your work, it is a favorable month, and the next few weeks could be quite vital for yourself. Spend enough time and energies in researching spiritual studies, spiritual subjects, and also research with regards to your work. Mercury is aspecting the 3rd house. If you go on a spiritual journey, you could have some obstacles, maybe some health issue. So take care of your health during this time and continue to strengthen Moon, who is your 9th lord. Use Krishna mantra, look up to him and he will protect you. Sagittarius ascendant sign or the Sagittarius moon sign. So what is happening is Mercury is going direct in the sign of Cancer. Mercury is your 7th lord and the 10th lord, and this transit is happening in your 8th house. It has been going retrograde, bringing in some karmic repercussions, some delays in relationship matter in your life, and of course those people who are married, they might have had some communication issues. Mercury has 2 roles for Sagittarius ascendants. It is the Kendra lord, so it becomes an important planet because it rules your marriage, your spouse, business partnership. We call it Jaya Bhava, that represents peace and also war, and also the 10th lord of your profession, your actions in the society, your work, what you do to survive and sustain yourself in this world. Mercury also becomes the lord of obstacles or the Badak Graha. When it is making a transit in the 8th house, it is a fall position. So somehow you are safe from any obstacles or any such delays that are there. Now 8th house Mercury does very well because it is a naturally neutral graha, natural benefic graha as well. At certain point in time, it will be free from any influence. So it will help you structure your business partnership and bring in a sense of harmony if you are married. In case you are not, this time period, you could potentially get involved in a new relationship. You will have a huge problem solving approach when it comes to work. You will also be very unconventional in terms of your research, in terms of your approach towards work. You will identify sudden opportunities, hidden opportunities. If you apply for jobs, or probably you applied for a job maybe a few months ago, now suddenly something might come up. Suddenly you might have new opportunities when it comes to business, when it comes to job, when it comes to work related matters. So make sure that you make the most of this time. Okay. There could also be some issues with regards to inheritance. So some changes in case you're dealing with some paperwork, if you have some legal issues, some litigation issues. This could be little bit challenging for you. Now, you like to be secretive when it comes to professional context, but be secretive only up to certain limit. If it is not in the best interest of everyone, the best interest of business, avoid secretive tendency or attitude during this time. It could be negative for you from a professional standpoint. Mercury is aspecting your second house by the seventh aspect of desire. You will have rigor, you will have preciseness, you will be calculative, you will be direct, you will be concise when it comes to your communication. So, make the most of this time. You would also like to bring some sort of dietary changes in your daily life, which could be good for you, which could support positive transformation, and may you look up to this period. Capricorn ascendant signs or the Capricorn moon signs. So, what is happening is Mercury is going to move in a direct motion till 30th of August in the sign of Cancer. This is happening in your 7th house. Mercury has made an unusually long transit. It was also going retrograde. So, it would have had some impact in your daily life, in your relationship, in your marriage, and of course, in your overall thought process. Mercury for you is the 6th lord and the 9th lord. It is a favorable planet because it is the 9th lord, the lord of fortune, your Bhagyesha. Mercury also rules long distance journey, higher education, spiritual education. Mercury is also the 6th lord of daily routine, debts, diseases, things that you do on a day-to-day basis. In 7th house, Mercury is said to be Maran Karak position. It was also going retrograde. So, you were facing a double whammy kind of a situation where fortune is not favorable and unnecessary changes in your daily life and disruption. Now, there is a brief window of productive time period when it comes to your dealing with other people. Though Mercury is still Maran Karak, it loses its significance. You will have to be smart enough in your communication. You will have to be direct and concise when it comes to dealing with other business partnerships, and particularly you must take your partner's advice. If you're married, you must take your spouse's advice, because this time period your partner or spouse can really go out of the way to help you and their advice will not hurt you. You will have intellectual level bonding in your relationship if you're married. If you're not married and in a relationship, so you will connect with other people at an intellectual level. There could be some small argument with your partner, so avoid being overcritical, avoid being cynical, and stay positive. Stay very open, direct in your communication, be a good listener. As much as you would like to speak, you must listen as well. Take your partner's advice. Mercury will be aspecting your ascendant. So, the Karaka of communication and your Bhagyesha is aspecting your ascendant. This is a very good aspect which Mercury desires to bring in a sense of intellect in your personality. Increase your intellect, increase your learning. It is a productive time period. Over the next few weeks, you will see some sort of progress in your daily life, things that you do on a day-to-day basis. Fortune is supportive because it's your trinal lord making a transit in Kendra house, which is forming a yoga, and at the same time your decisions will be absolutely important. At times you will not have a lot of time to make a decision. You will have to be fast, you will have to be quick. The pace of life is going to increase, so you will feel impulsive as well at certain point in time. From a remedial point of view, you can support education of children, or you can continue to worship Lord Vishnu. Aquarius ascendant signs or the Aquarius moon sign. So, what is happening? Mercury is now making a direct motion in the sign of Cancer. That is happening in your 6th house. Mercury is the natural ruler of Virgo. So, 6th house placement is good placement for Mercury in terms of the natal placement and also from a transit point of view, because it feels comfortable here. Mercury is your 5th lord and the 8th lord. So, it becomes one of the most important planets for Aquarius ascendants, being the 5th lord who rules your future, positional success. Mantras are seen from this house, children are seen from this house. Mercury is also the 8th lord of transformation, life and death, and your weaknesses. Your Nija dosha is seen from the 8th house. Sudden ups and downs, sudden changes in life is seen from the 8th house, and its lord plays an important role. This Mercury has been retrograde. This time period now you will see some progress for you to solve complex problems. You will have a comparative edge if there have been any obstructions, any delays with regards to your job search, with regards to work related matters. Now you will have an edge over other people because you will be very concise, very precise and very logical when it comes to your decision making. Because Mercury represents logic. He represents logic that is very closely linked to mathematics, numbers. So this is an excellent time for you to excel at workplace if you take the best use of numbers. Now health fluctuations could be there because when Mercury is either placed in this house or makes a transit, you usually overwork at a mental level. So people can face a situation of burnout. For that, you need to ensure that you have a morning routine, you get a good 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and this time period will be supportive because Mercury is aspecting your 12th house. If you were to overcome any sleep related issues, this is your time. You have to prioritize your own rest, your own sleep, and this could be over your work as well, because if you don't do it, you will not be productive. Bring some new plants at your home in your daily life. This will bring positivity and this is a good remedy as well. Use a Shadakshari Vishnu mantra, that is Om Vishnave Namah, throughout this transit and you will get the right guidance. Pisces ascendant signs or the Pisces moon signs. So Mercury is going direct in the sign of Cancer and it will stay in this motion till 30th of August. For you, Mercury is the 4th lord and the 7th lord, and this transit is happening in your 5th house. Most of the time, Mercury will be alone. He will be independent throughout this time, besides the first few days wherein it's conjoined with Sun. Mercury is your 4th lord and 7th lord, so it rules 2 Kendra houses. It rules your happy space, your comfort space, your mother, your home or the homeland, the house of your protection. It is also your 7th lord, the one who rules your spouse, marriage, relationship. It is the Jaya Bhava. So we see peace and also war from this house. Now Mercury also becomes the Badakesh or the one who rules obstacles in your case, being the 7th lord since you are a dual sign. 5th house Mercury generally does very well because this is the Lakshmi Bhava and Mercury has been closely associated to Lord Vishnu. So it is a very good placement for Mercury. Mercury is a bachelor graha, though it still has interest in romantic conversations. It is not the most best graha when it comes to marriage or probably long-term sustainable relationship. But yes, you will have a sense of intellect in romanticism. So romantic conversations will be on a rise. And of course, this time period could be favorable for you to step into a new relationship. Mercury will also bring intellect in your creative thinking and the creative process. So if you're in the line of work that involves creativity, performing arts, visual arts, graphic designing or anything creative, this will be a very good time period for you. There will also be some productive business discussions because Mercury for you rules businesses. 7th lord making a transit in the 5th house is a yoga in transit. Now at the same time, you're also likely to have mood swings when it comes to dealing with your partner, when it comes to dealing with all those people who are opposite to you and also people at your home. So you have to be careful because you could develop an irritable behavior. You would probably be fickle minded. You will not be very sure of your own decisions. So this is where you have to take some advice of other people, especially your spouse and those people who are at your home, because emotionally you won't be very predictable to others. So you have to take care of your impulsiveness, have a morning routine, bring in a lot more clarity at the mental level. Keep your emotions balanced. If you were to avoid any conflict in your love interest, in your businesses, keep this impulsiveness aside and try to balance your emotions. Mantra based remedy will be absolutely very good for you. Janmashtami is coming. Worship Lord Krishna, read Bhagavad Gita or start using a Krishna mantra in order to give due strength to your moon. This will help you channelize the energies of Mercury and may you have a blessed transit. So friends, this was yet another simple, precise, concise video on Mercury's direct transit in the sign of Cancer and how it can have an impact on all of us. May the coming Krishna Janmashtami brings a sense of righteousness in our life, helps us be and live on the path of dharma, the path of righteousness, helps us in our educational pursuits. Stay tuned for more such videos on my channel. Thank you very much. God bless you all.